feel that changing the air? A delicious creeping dread that seeps into the edges of summer. For those of us who live for the fog, who find comfort in the chaos, it's the most wonderful time of year. The full, unadulterated, absolutely terrifying lineup for Halloween Horror Nights 2025 has been unearthed. And tonight, we're going to dissect every last gory detail. This isn't just a list, it's a survival guide. Well, Universal have pulled back the curtain on Halloween Horror Nights this year, and they've assembled a full symphony of slaughter.
Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Orlando.
We've got 10 houses, 4 scare zones, 2 new street experiences and 2 shows. So silence your phones, lock your doors and let's descend into madness. Starting of course with the main attractions, the haunted houses. First of all, the one we've all been waiting for. You've survived the games, you've survived the movie. Let's see if you can survive the house. Of course, we're clocking in for the night watch on Five Nights at Freddy's. Imagine stepping through the doors of that derelict pizzeria, the smell of stale pizza and something metallic-y in the air. You'll be navigating those creepy abandoned hallways with the disembodied voices of ghostly children whispering from the walls, all while Freddy, Bonnie, Chica and Foxy hunt you down from the shadows. This isn't just a jump scare gallery, it's a full-on psychological assault. Next up, I hope you've got a strong stomach because the gore is gonna get biblical. He's back and he's not clowning around. Of course we've got the Terrifier. Good old Art's back to push every single one of your boundaries. This house promises a whole new level of terror and gore. You'll be forced to witness his most grotesque works of art, all still dripping and twitching. You'll be plunged into the infamous funhouse, trying to escape not just art, but the pale girl as well. Universal Halloween Horror Nights are promising that you're going to be drenched in fear, and I have a feeling, based on the fact they've said there may be 2 options for a route to go through the house, one where you get really wet and one where you just get a little bit wet. I think you really are going to get drenched in the blood splatters of Art's victims. Obviously it's going to be water, but yeah. And now from the gore to the Geiger counter, prepare for nuclear winter in Fallout. Based on the smash hit show and some nods to the game as well, you're going to be thrusted to post-apocalyptic Los Angeles. You'll start in the deceptive safety of a vault, only to be thrusted to the irradiated toxic wasteland that is the surface. With Lucy as a guide, you'll have to dodge mutated creatures, that formidable bounty hunter known as the Ghoul, and you're going to come face to face with the Brotherhood of Steel and Maximus in the T-60 armor. Yes indeed, the vaults can't save you now. Now for something truly different, fear is the main event as you go head to head with the Wyatt 6. Wrestling fans, you know the name. Horror fans, you're about to learn it. You'll pass through an ominous lantern-lit doorway into a shadowy realm, a physical manifestation of their maniacal minds, as you prepare to meet Bo Dallas and his alter ego, Uncle Howdy, Mercy the Buzzard, Abby the Witch, Huskus the Pig, and the Rambling Rabbit. This is indeed a journey into the heart of depravity, and you're the main event. And yes, of course, he's coming home. Evil doesn't stay dead. In Jason Universe, you're going to be stepping into the world of the silent killer, Jason Voorhees. This isn't just a best-of compilation. You're going to navigate the dark, creepy woods, stumble into the sinister booby-trap shack that is Jason's killing ground, and follow your journey to the end where, yes, you'll finish where it all began, at the cabins at Camp Crystal Lake. He's back, he's relentless, and nothing can save you now. So that's the IPs out of the way. Let's look at the original creations. First, you're going to be invited to your own funeral in Grave of Flesh. The house begins as you enter your own grave, plunging deep into the afterlife, an underworld where flesh eaters feast on the dead and will hunt you for all eternity. It's a terrifying concept that plays on our deepest fears of mortality. Then there's a touch of the macabre in El Artista, a Spanish haunting. This house welcomes you to the gallery of the twisted artist Sergio Navarro. As you wander through his beautiful yet unsettling creations, you'll slowly realise the horrifying truth behind the materials used in the artwork. This house definitely sounds like a slow-burning psychological horror that'll get under your skin. Then we're going to head over to the Old West for Hatchet and Chains. These are the two demon bounty hunters that have got our own horror house this year as a spin-off from Slaughter Cinema last year. In a town where hell is literally breaking loose, red-hot lava demons are trying to possess everybody and burning up the town while they're doing it. Your only hope lies with the two outlaws, Hatchet and Chains, the demon bounty hunters, who will wield their mystical weapons against a demon horde. Expect fire, brimstone, and a whole lot of action. Next, get ready to feel small in Doll's Let's Play Dead. You'll be shrunk down to doll size and forced to navigate the unnatural and twisted creations of a strange little girl's toy box. Kind of cross between Sid from Toy Story and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Imagine being hunted by burned, twisted, stitched together, patched up, mutated, crossbred dolls and toys that this creepy little girl is put back together, and the undead horrors that live in her doll's house. This is a classic type horror trope with a terrifying new lease of life. And finally, a journey into some folklore with Golken, where demons from Norse mythology are going to be out to get you, hunting you in an icy hell, culminating in a monstrous creation that's going to get you in the end. Expect it to be cold, expect it to be Viking warriors, horrific demons, possibly a Fenrir wolf, and some creatures of your worst nightmares. Well, I think those houses all sound absolutely incredible, but the terror is not just contained in the houses this year, it's spilling out onto the streets in the shape of 4 scare zones and 2 immersive street experiences, as well as 2 live shows. First scare zone, you've got the Origins of Horror, which will be a gothic nightmare, a living museum, which is also said to feature most of the main characters from the actual event this year. Stone statues being carved by twisted demons with chainsaws, all in a macabre, spooky conservatory setting. A great creepy entrance on the fog-filled streets. Then of course you're on the guest list for the Masquerade Dance with Death, an opulent, beautiful Halloween masquerade ball where the masked guests are elegant, beautiful, seductive, and vampires. Will you waltz the night away, or will you become the main course? As you go further on, you'll have to beware of the cat lady of Crooked Lane. This isn't your sweet old neighbourhood lady with a cat. This shadowy, winding Crooked Lane leads to a creepy old house with a woman who lures trick-or-treaters in and uses dark magic to transfer them into felines. I'm sensing that half of her magic doesn't go right, and you don't just get normal cats, so you may well get some hybrid mutations wandering around that scare zone. Talking of mutations, then we'll head over to the Roaring Twenties and see Mutations Toxic 20s, where a mobster's getaway car and a BuzzCon truck collide, spilling radioactive waste all over the place. And so then we have mutated, toxic, radioactive flappers, gangsters, delivery drivers, and New Yorkers turning into a bubbling nightmare of grotesque mutants. And then of course there's the 2 new street experiences. We've got Mel's Die-In, which is going to have zombie car hops, probably on roller skates, possibly with chainsaws. They're undead, and I think they're going to be serving up more than just burgers. I'm sensing some themed food and drink coming from that place. Then of course we've got Club Horror, where there's going to be an undead DJ spinning tracks to make your head explode. And when your feet are sore and your voice is almost gone from all the screaming you've done during the night, you can take refuge in the fact that there's 2 shows. Backed by popular demand, there's the pyrotechnic and aerialist fueled spectacular that is Nightmare Fuel Circus of Decay. The saga continues, promising a new storyline, even more explosive energy, dazzling acts that will push the limits of your imagination. And finally it's back for the first time in a few years. We have a lagoon show, this time called Hauntophonic, a ghoulish journey. You can gather around the lagoon for an immersive journey that will surround you with the spirit of the season, using massive water screens, projections, and a range of music to create your haunting spectacle. So we've got 10 houses, 4 scare zones, 2 new street experiences, a lagoon show, and Nightmare Fuel Circus of Decay, backed by popular demand, with a whole new script. It's not just an event this year, it's a pilgrimage, a marathon of fear. From blockbuster IPs like the Terrifier and Jason Voorhees, Five Nights at Freddy's, to twisted original nightmares, Dolls Let's Play Dead and Grave of Flesh, this is absolutely shaping up to be one of the most diverse and exciting lineups we've seen at Halloween Horror Nights for a long time. So the question is, what are you most terrified to face? What house will be the one that breaks you? I'm thinking the Terrifier from my perspective, to be honest. Let the speculation begin in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown of what's coming at this year's Halloween Horror Nights, be sure to slash the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that bell as well if you want to be notified when I upload videos, so you can stay up to date with any HHN news and some in-park footage from when the event begins. So until next time, horror lovers, try and get some sleep. By God, you're going to need it.